How you doing? It's Gus Tucker here on Financial Freedom Fridays, and we're back talking about the 8 financial breakthroughs. And we're walking through the book. You can see it behind me, and it's right here. The book, The 8 Financial Breakthroughs, now available on Amazon. And we're going to be going through Breakthrough 5, and it's a part of Breakthrough 5. It's kind of like the second half of Breakthrough 5, so we're calling it Breakthrough 5A, Liquidity and Opportunity. Liquidity and opportunity. So we're going to get to talking about that. Now, for each one of you, it's critical to have a clearly identified and documented plan for your money. Okay? A clear, documented plan for your money. And you're going to use these 4 steps to do that. So 1, establish your relationship with money and understand your goals and gather information. And as you're reading through the 8 financial breakthroughs, you'll begin to understand your financial DNA, your relationship with money, how you view it emotionally, spiritually, get a handle on how you manage money. Understanding is first. Next, you're going to develop a plan. You're going to analyze your needs, evaluate your options, and recommend a plan. So whatever financial professional you're working with, you're going to look at your plan and see. I know we cover 25 different areas of your plan that are either in place or they're not. Okay, and then we've got a financial intelligence quiz that you can take to kind of see what areas you need to work on. Because if I tell you you need to work on an area, but you're not aware that you do, then you're going to be offended by whatever I say. And that Gus, he thinks he's blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, the one that we're talking about today, I need to work on it. I don't have it handled. And I'm working with some other people who are part of our network who are experts in it that are helping me get this together. Because I don't know everything about everything. I don't. So you're going to need to analyze your needs, evaluate off, and get a recommended plan, and then coordinate your resources and then execute. So some of the things we're going to talk about tonight, I am going to be executing, okay, to improve my financial situation and to position me better for the future. And then you manage, you monitor your progress, have regular reviews every 6 to 12 months, and revise your plan as needed, okay? No business that's successful does it without a plan. And whether you're a family, your family is a business, it's you incorporated. Your income minus your expenses every month, that's your profit or your cash flow. If you're a business, it's the same thing. Okay, so you are running a business. Okay, now at Financial Pro Network, these are some of the things that we have available to people as we diagnose and go through understanding a person's needs and the kinds of things they need to do to make decisions. And today, we're going to be looking at things that are highlighted in this yellow: business valuation and business funding programs. It's about creating liquidity and capital for you to be able to take advantage of opportunities that come up. Now, there are 4 levels of wealth. Level 1 is financial stability, where on a month-to-month basis, you're able to meet all of your obligations. At a minimum, your income equals your expenses. At a minimum. Financial security, you're still doing that, but now you've got 3 to 6 months of, I was just talking to a friend of mine about this. You got mad money. Somebody makes you mad. You don't want to be at that job anymore. You got 3, 6, 9, 12 months worth of money saved that's liquid that allows you to be mad. Okay? You don't have that saved. You're not trying to be mad. You just trying to keep that job, keep that situation going, right? So financial security, which also can lead to some emotional security and even physical security, because now you can move to a better environment because of financial security. Level 3 is financial freedom. Come on now. Level 3 is financial freedom. What does that mean? We're beyond paying our bills every month. That's a given. We've got the 6 months, 12 months contingency fund. set up. And now we're debt free. We got margin every month. And as we're talking to tonight, we're actually building two different funds. One I call a philanthropy fund. How many of y'all got folks that from time to time need help? Legitimate help. Not folks because they lazy, they blew the money, whatever. They just did some weird stuff. But hey, stuff happens, right? I've heard this before. Either you're in a storm, you're moving out of a storm, or you're moving into a storm. Okay? But storms are a part of life. And sometimes we need some help when we're in our storms. We just do. And it's okay to help people like that, but not to create people that are dependent. You know what I mean? Codependent on you? No. Financially? No, you don't want to do that. But level 4 is freedom. I'm meeting all my obligations. I've got money set aside, 6 months, 12 months. I'm out of debt. And I've got this benevolent or philanthropy fund where I can help other people. And I also have an opportunity fund. So when business opportunities show up, I've got money to meet them and take advantage of them. We're going to talk about that some more today. And financial abundance, I'm doing 1, 2, and 3 times X. It's not even an issue. It's like a fish in the ocean, in worrying about, and water is his money. He's in the ocean. He doesn't worry about water. Just goes around, does whatever he needs to do to take care of his fish domain, if you will. Okay? 4 levels of wealth. And then these are 8 financial breakthroughs. Get the book, and we go through them in detail. And we're going through number 5 today. Preparing a 12-month plan for business opportunities, acquire access to capital and funding. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay? So we're talking about, the 8 financial breakthroughs. We're on 5 today. Number 5, 5A. This is the book, Amazon bestseller, 8 Financial Breakthroughs by my good friend Alvin Darien. And we collaborated with the team that our network, Financial Pro Network, we have an innovation team. I'm one of them. There's a group of us that collaborated on putting this book together. So encourage you to get this book. It really kind of outlines our philosophy and how we help people. And it's fundamentally sound, and it will help you put a plan together for yourself that will get you to where you need to be. Okay, so get that book. It's available on Amazon Kindle and a hard copy, and audio book is coming. Okay, the audio book is coming as well. So get your copy. And let me know what you think of it when you get it, okay? So go to Black Doctor on Facebook. Leave us comments on the book, what you thought about it, okay? And I'll tell you this. The first 10 people to reach out to me and say, hey, Gus, I'd like a copy of that book. I'll read it and I'll give you feedback. Send me that message to my email that's right there, and I'll send you a physical copy of the book. You say you want the book, send me your address, I'll send you a copy of the book. Okay? And then the only thing I ask is that you read it and you send me back some feedback on it. Okay? First 10 people. How many? First 10 people. First 10 people. So there you go. These are courses that we are developing and will put onto our My Financial Pro network. Because where do you go to get a good financial education? Okay, our goal is to provide a financial education that provides wisdom. What is wisdom? While you're in the midst of your life, actually having to deal with real life stuff that's happening in your life because of what you've learned and because of the example that's before you, you can take hold of the resources you have around you, develop a plan of action, execute the plan of action, and make happen what it is you need to make happen for yourself in whatever area of your life it is. That's wisdom and that's maturity when you can do that in the financial arena and other arenas. It's taking the knowledge that you have and actually applying it in real life as life is happening to you. That's our goal in this book, A Financial Breakthrough. That's why we have homework for every chapter. We have homework in every chapter. Now, where are you at on your financial timeline? There's an accumulation side where you're building income and you're building assets towards financial independence. Then there comes a time when either you're close to retirement, you're in retirement, whatever retirement means to you, or you have assets that are throwing off enough cash flow where you're not day to day concerned about work per se. Okay? Because the assets you develop, be they real estate, be they businesses, are being managed by the team that you've put together. Okay? The team you've put together. Nothing significant in our life can be done by ourselves alone. We need other people. We need other people on our team. We do. I'm looking for people to be on my team, and I'll be on your team, and we'll work together to build something. That's how it works, collaboration. So as you're building towards that time in your life, you're either in the accumulation phase where you're building it, or you're in the distribution phase where you're building it and you're enjoying it, and you're developing your strategy for how you're going to exit and how you're going to pass it on to the next generation. And your goals will be based on where you are in your timeline. Does that make sense? Okay. Sam Zell, at one time he owned the Chicago Tribune, says you have no value if you have no liquidity. If you don't have any liquid money, any liquid cash, you're stuck, and you don't have any value if you don't have any liquidity. Okay, you can be asset rich, but if you don't have any liquidity, it's tough to make things happen. Now, let me go back. Opportunity. Man, what is going on here? See if I can do it this way. Okay. Opportunity fund versus an emergency fund. An emergency fund is having money set aside so if an emergency happens in your life, like the roof leaks, the car breaks down, the refrigerator goes out, somebody passes away in another state, you need to get there. Different things happen. Those are life emergencies that we need to have money set aside so that we can handle those things. Does that make sense? Here, I'm going to do this. Let's see if see if we can work it this way. There we go. We'll do it that way. So emergency fund is that. An opportunity fund is having money so you can take advantage of opportunities. You want to buy a company. You want to buy a real estate property. You want to buy some land. You want to attend an event or a training. It's an opportunity to develop yourself, your business, and you need X amount of money as liquid capital to be able to do that, right? This is about personal improvement, meaning your personal self as an asset, improving it, or your business as an asset, improving that. An emergency fund is about fixing stuff that breaks. Okay? An opportunity fund is about building assets for yourself. So how many opportunities to build your future have you missed out on because you didn't have ready money? What do you mean by ready money? Money that was ready to go, and it was already earmarked for opportunities. See, if you have money, you have a part of your brain. It's called the reticular activating system. So if you have in your brain that you're looking for opportunities, I'm looking for an opportunity to invest in real estate. I'm looking for an opportunity to buy some land. I'm looking for a business to buy. I'm looking for whatever it is. Once you direct your brain to do it, it'll start doing it. What do you mean, Gus? Any you guys ever buy a car? You decide in a car you're going to buy, and you buy that car. And as soon as you buy that car, you see that car everywhere on the road. Everywhere you look, there's that car. Now, were those cars already on the road before? Yes, they were. But why didn't you see them before? Because you hadn't spent X number of thousands of dollars and gone through a process and bought one. But since you bought one, it changed what you expected to see and what you allowed into your brain to see. So your brain can't let everything you see in. You go nuts. So your brain filters through what you're going to see based on what have you been thinking about? What are you focused on? What is it that you want? Okay? So that's what your brain is going to see. Okay? So what this opportunity fund is about having money set aside to take advantage of those things that you've already predetermined that you want to do that are going to help you reach your goals. So I'm setting aside this money because I'm looking for this asset that I can invest in and move myself forward. So how do you stay poor? Poor is an acronym. POOR. Pass over opportunities regularly. If you pass over opportunities regularly, you're going to stay poor financially. Does that make sense? We have to take advantage of opportunities during the duration of the opportunity. In the Greek, they have a word called kairos, time. That's an opportune time. Chronos is like clock time. You know, the clock, the hours in the day. Kairos is opportunity. You got to take advantage of the opportunities when they happen. Like Jesus said, it's not my time. This isn't the time for me to experience that. So no, you can't kill me right now. That's going to happen down the road. You can't do that right now. So it's about opportunities. So do you have an opportunity fund? Do you have an opportunity fund where you've got liquid capital available to acquire assets? How much liquid capital should you have available? Well, it's based on the appropriateness of it for you based on where you are financially. But it needs to be big enough to be able to take advantage of the kinds of things you want to do. If you want to buy a 4-unit building and you need a certain amount of money, that's different than I'm going to buy a 400-unit building. So where are you in your journey of real estate? I want to buy a business. Buying a business that's a couple $1 million is a lot different than buying one that's $100 million. Okay? So liquid capital also brings with it relationships. Because if you have a certain amount of money, you're going to be on people's radar screen and you're going to develop relationships with them. So having this liquid capital available is critical to be able to take advantage of the opportunities, but it's also critical for developing the relationships that come along with that. You start to move in different circles and be in different rooms, if you understand what I'm saying. It also requires a mindset shift. Decide you're always going to have money available to acquire assets. This must happen for me as soon as possible. That's an intentional thinking, intentional thought process. I will have X numbers of hundreds of thousands of dollars available for opportunities, or millions, or tens of millions, whatever the number is for you. I will have that. I always make cash available for opportunities. I always make cash available for opportunities. I will not tie 100% of my money into illiquid assets, be they real estate, equipment, rare coin, whatever they are. I will not tie 100% of my money into illiquid assets. I will keep X% of my cash flow in a liquid account. I'm going to be liquid. I watch this program from time to time. It's called SWAT. And Hondo, the leader of SWAT, they're in the back of Black Betty, the SWAT truck, and they're about to go engage the bad guys, and he tells them, stay liquid. Be flexible. Be able to move with the opportunities as they come up to take out the bad guys. So you know what you guys got to do? Stay liquid. Develop a winning hand. Ace is your cash flow. Your king is liquid cash on hand. So Ace is your cash flow that comes through your account every month. Your king is liquid cash. The cash comes through, some of it over here, boom, I got it liquid. And the queen is credit, personal credit, and then business credit. So you have credit that's associated to your Social Security number and a credit score. And then your business has a Dun & Bradstreet score and has a business credit score. So you got both of those happening. And on the business side, you got access to banks, alternative lenders, private capital. Then now with these things in hand, Ace, cash flow, your king is liquid cash, and your queen is credit. If you have those things available on the personal side and on the business side, you're going to have those opportunity funds so that you can take advantage of opportunities and also buy you time in tough times, like when COVID came along. If you have that liquidity available, it'll serve you well in good and bad times, okay? So now, let's get to your homework. Do you have liquid cash, or are your assets all illiquid? Is it all tied up in something that you can't get the money out quickly? When's the last time you did a income statement in the balance sheet? Income statement is income that comes in, expenses that go out. Assets are things that you own. Liabilities are things that you owe. Of those assets that you own, yes, some of them are going to be real estate, but some of it needs to be cash money, okay, that you own. Does it make sense? If your assets are not liquid, do you have a resource to get cash? Do you have a line of credit, personal or business, where you can get access to cash? Because you've already set it up, it's there, you know how much it is, you can access it. If you don't have cash, what capital can you easily and quickly turn into cash? What can you turn into cash? And do you have that already set up? Hey, if I need cash, I need this much, I'm going to liquidate this, and here's how I'm going to liquidate it, and here's how long it's going to take me to get it. You already know. Do you have money left over at the end of each month, either for your personal home or your business? Your home or your business is in one of three situations. Your income that comes in every month is greater than your expenses. You got cash flow. It's always, do you have enough? How do you get more? And then what do you do with part of that cash flow to keep it liquid? Income is equal to your expenses. That's where you don't have any margin. So that's where you got to grow your income, reduce your expenses, or do both, either personally or in your business, so you've got some cash flow. Your income is less than your expenses. Well, I still got to, rapidly figure out how to increase my income and decrease my expenses really rapidly, both at the same time, so I can get back to zero first and then the positive. In each one of these situations, we need to have liquid assets. You need to be thinking about setting aside part of that for liquidity. How can you make your assets more liquid if you need to do so? How can you turn them into cash? So it's liquidity that moves markets. What makes the markets run, stock markets, any kind of market? For it to go, somebody has to have liquidity. You have to have buyers or you don't have a market. You'll have sellers because the stuff already exists. But you got to have people with money to create the market. Again, get the book 8 Financial Breakthroughs. The first 10 people to hit me on my email, Gus at FPN Educator, that says I want a book, and you give me your address, I'll send the book out to you. The only commitment I'm asking for is that you read it and be willing to write a review and give us some feedback on it. Okay? Book time with the financial professional. Either myself using this QR code or any of the ways there you can reach out. Okay? My email or the QR code. Set up a time. Let's chat. Let's see where you're at and how we can get you to where you want to go. Okay? And if not me, find someone you can sit down with who has some experience, has the right training that can help put you in a better position. Don't try to do it by yourself. A friend of mine once told me, if you see two turtles sitting up on a fence post, two turtles sitting high up on the fence post, there's one thing you know. They didn't get there by themselves, okay? They had help. All right. That's it for today. That's liquidity and opportunity. Get your copy of 8 Financial Breakthroughs. Let's stay in touch. Like, subscribe, invite other people to come check us out. You guys take care, okay? All right.